excited this week. We've got the Cyborg Superman. From the first moment that I saw this guy's picture, this was like a year ago, 18 months ago, and people were like, is that real? Is it a custom? I was excited. I love Cyborg Superman, and I enjoyed the original version. This isn't the Hank Henshaw version. This is a Zor-El version from the New 52. But I think the design is amazing. I've got some Cyborg Superman from the original series already. They're totally fine. This is so unique and so detailed. We are gonna have a ton of fun today. So let's dive in, make this guy hyper detailed, make everything stand out, make him uniquely ours. Let's get going. At the end of the day, this guy is not going to be a terribly difficult custom. We're gonna start out with my Vallejo game wash here, and we're just going to go in all of these cybernetic parts all over. We want to get it so that it goes in all of these areas all around him, because we're going to do what we've learned is the best for metallics is you go dark. Either you go completely black or you use some game wash and really dirty them up, and then you lighten it up. So we'll do a light of a gunmetal gray after this and a bit of silver to really make these metallic parts pop. So this is the first stage, just to go over all this metal with some game wash, and it's nice and quick and easy. While the wash is drying, I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to go into all of these in-between lines on the legs, and I'm going to paint them black. This is something that a lot of customizers have been doing. It really adds just a great contrast to everything. And this guy has so many just wonderful little details that by doing this, you're going to be able to highlight all of them. And you can go through, if you want to make it a silver, if you want to make it a gunmetal gray, then feel free. I'm just going to go through with black for now. Get it all filled in over here. And then we'll go through and metallicize the blue. And I think that's going to look really, really cool. So I'm actually using a craft paint here. We're just about out of black Vallejo. And with this one, it doesn't need to be anything special. So I'm just using an acrylic craft paint on this, and it's going to do just fine. I have plenty of it. It was like $2. So that's what I'm going to do. Even just with this, it makes a massive difference, but we're not stopping here. So I'm going to go through with the gunmetal gray, and I'm just going to dry brush around here. I want to keep the dark edges on everything. So I'm just going to grab a little bit on the paintbrush, move it around, and just hit the edges so that he starts to get that metallic look that we really want. And then we'll go over in the silver. So just go through like this. And if you want to go in here, you can. I'm going to keep it black. I like the contrast. And we'll keep going. After playing around for a second, I have decided that I'm going to go through with the gunmetal gray in here, just to metallic it up. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to make it silver, because I still want it to be dark. But when I was adding a little bit to it, it just made these lines really stand out. Still want them to be dark. They'll be dark, but they're going to catch the light now. And that's going to look so much better than just having it be a dull black. Everything is drying up. Let's go ahead and do the silver. And again, just a dry brush. I just want to hit the tops, the edges, make it so that it is highlighted. I want this guy just in general to be darker when it comes to his metallics. And so just hitting them like this is really good. The metallics are looking really good up here, but now the next biggest point is the metallics on the blue. And I'm just going to go through more of a dry brush on these as well and add that metallic to it. And this will probably be the biggest single thing to change the look of this guy, is going through with this metallic blue. And I get texts every time. I haven't gotten a text the entire day, and I get one right now. So yeah, just start going through on the blue, going over the top, and the change will be instantaneous. And this is just the blue, the pearl, the true blue metallic from the craft store. I got it from Hobby Lobby, and I think it was $2. So it's not an expensive paint. You go on nice and thin with it, and it will always get you the results that you want. The thing I love about this part of it is just that the change is quick. I mean, you guys know that when I'm doing something and the figure really takes on a new life really fast, that's what this really does. See if I can keep it in focus. Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes it's hard to keep it in focus. There we go. Well, maybe. Anyway, I like when things change quick. And when you're adding something like this that's metallic, it does that change. And it really just becomes something different really quick. Now, one change I'm going to make, I mean, obviously this guy appeared in so many different like iterations in the New 52 with different colors, and depending on what comic he was in, everything was different. I'm going to metallicize with some red just right here, this part of the cape, because it feels like it's metallic. And so I'm going to start with this just cheap metallic red, and I'm going to do the same thing to the symbol, just going over it. And then I'll do what I've done with other figures of this like when I do this, and I'll go over with my liquidy red that really makes it pop. So just going to go over nice and light, try not to hit any of the yellow, and just add it in just on these two spots here. That's the great thing about a character like this, is that you can feel free to do stuff like this, and it just makes it yours. Nobody else will have this exact same color scheme, and that's just fine. You have an original here, and you should be proud of that. One thing about this character is that he had, like in the comics, he had like almost a red tattoo, like a line going up his head, and I'm going to add that here, and I'm going to add it in neon red, because you guys have seen my new setup here with the lights. And at night, sometimes I'll turn it to blue, which is basically just a black light. And these sorts of things light up, and it is so cool looking. And just during the day, it's just red. So I'm actually gonna add a little bit of dot to his eyes as well, so that his eyes will light up. Ooh, look at that, perfect. And this is the perfect brush to do this. And that's what I want. I want to be able to have it be that, there we go. That at night, when I turn on those lights, that these sorts of things will light up and look cool. While I've got this neon out, he has like lights in different places, and they're red. And so I'm just going to do some dots of the red in some places. I was thinking about using fabric paint, but this will work just as well. It'll dry faster, and it will give me that glow at night that I'm after. So I'm just going to, there are a few little spots that just have little sections where it makes sense to kind of add these things. You can add them wherever you want, you know. Like I added one over here a second ago. And so just kind of look around and see spots and be like, oh, I'll do one there. I'll do one right here. There we go. And it just adds more detail. The more detail you can add to guys like this, the better off they are going to look. I also added some here for the sign. Now we're going to go over with my Moday Red and really brighten these little pieces up that I did the metallic on. I mean, look at that. Instantly it changes. And it keeps the metallic because this is so thin, but it just brightens it up. It just brings out everything. You'll remember, if you guys haven't watched my Red Robin one, that's where I really kind of came upon the realization. And that one just is gorgeous. I look at him in my shelf, and the red explodes. And you can see here on this S, look at that. The red now just absolutely explodes. That is gorgeous. Absolutely amazing. That's what we're after. I was excited about this guy from the very moment that I saw the hints 18 months ago. I love just the detail. I love the asymmetrical nature of this Cyborg Superman. To me, I know a lot of you guys, you love the original. The original is boring to me. This is interesting. I'm so glad that I got him, and I'm so glad he turned out so amazing. As you can see, it doesn't take much. A little bit of metallics, a little TLC, and just some experimentation, and you've got something truly unique that is gonna pop on the shelf, that's gonna stand out in any circumstance. This guy is awesome. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have any comments, feel free to leave them. If you guys have any tips, tell me, because I love to learn new things. And if you just have stuff that you'd like to see, let me know, and I'll put it into my brain space, and we'll see if I can find a figure to do it. I'm still looking for a Monarch, for somebody to do a base Monarch figure. So yeah, and if you guys are customizing, have fun, show me your pictures. I love seeing what other people are doing because it gives me inspiration. I'm Stephen Human. Check out stephenhuman.com for all of my novels, because I am a sci-fi thriller novelist. And check out quimblies.com for all your board game needs, especially if you're into like Peterson games like Cthulhu Wars, stuff like that. We have it all. And we have other books that I've written that are only available there. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you next week.